Hello viewers, in this video I am going to review the Chevrolet Tavera New 3. So the Chevrolet Tavera started its production in 1998 and it continued its production around 2007 where the new model, the New 3 was introduced. A few changes were made in this car from the original Tavera, but basically the engine and everything was the same. This car also sells in Malaysia with the name of Isuzu Panther, and it's a wide car and it's pretty high. The ground clearance it has a pretty decent ground clearance, and it's about 18 feet long, and it weighs 2 tons, and it sold about 1,14,000 units in India. And so let's get inside this car. This car seats 9 people, and though 4 people can sit in the middle row, it's preferable to seat 5 people, and a person sitting in the middle row has decent leg room and even proper headroom. I have a lot of headroom, and even if a person is around 6 feet tall can easily sit inside. This seat is not adjustable though, and you have 2 AC vents up here, and you can also change the speed of the blower using this switch. And a few changes were made from the previous Tavera. For example, this hood is a full piece. Otherwise, in the old Tavera it was a kind of upholstery. And you have your grab handle, and you have 2 dome lights, one in the front and one rear in the passenger area. Moving on to the front of the car, this car has power steering, it has air conditioning and heating, and it has a manual gearbox, and here's the parking brake. And it has a stereo. You can also connect it through this cord. You can also connect your phone through this cord. And it has power windows. And so the AC. So here are the controls for the air conditioning. This decides whether you want the air to be circulated inside the cabin or not. This controls the air speed, and this button is to turn on or off the air conditioning button. This to set the temperature, and this controls from where the air should come at you inside the cabin. That comes at your face, that comes at your legs, that only at the legs, and so on. And there are total of 6 vents in this car, 6 air vents. 2 are to channel and the back. Those 2 are for the driver and the passenger, and the other 2 are in the back. And so moving on to the storages in this car. So a few places to store your things are, there's a glove box there which contains lots of things. That's another storage space there. There's another one there, and there's another one there. You can hold your phone and stuff. And there are 2 cup holders here and another storage space there. So, and another one is in the door, or the doors. And moving on to the other controls, this is a light stock which controls the lights, and the fog lights, that's to control the fog lights, the indicator and everything. And this is the wiper stock. That dial is to turn on the rear wiper, and that's the wiper stock. This is the hazard light. It's a pretty sturdy switch. I really like that. So there's a hazard light switch. Here is a switch which turns on the heater, and that's to change the angle of the beam of the headlight. That's a nice feature. Here's the stereo. That's a volume dial. and the other controls are, this car has central locking, and that's power window switches. That's to control all the windows, and that button is a window lock switch. You can lock the windows. That means only the driver can open the windows and not the passengers. And the mirrors, you have to control the mirrors using your hands. There is no mechanism to control it from inside. And here's the door handle. Here's another handle. That's the speaker. And this car has pretty big speakers. And that's a rear view mirror. So let's get to the back. So let's open the trunk. This is a full-size door here, and not only a full-size door, it's bigger than the doors on the sides. So you can open it through the key or just key fob the central locking one. And here's another handle, so you can open the door. And here's the washer fluid. You open this cap and put the washer fluid inside to keep the bike. Now 4 people can sit in the back of this trunk, inside the trunk. And to open the seat, you have to pull this one, and here's the Velcro strap. So you pull the strap like that, and the seat falls down, and you can easily. Here, 4 people can easily sit here, so that makes a total of 9 people. So, and you can keep a lot of things. It's a pretty big trunk, really big. And so here's the spare tire here, and here is a rod which you use. So here's the rod under the carpet there. You use to insert the rod there in that plastic cap. You open the cap and you insert the rod there, and you turn the rod so that the spare tire inches downwards. And so the jack is located here under the seat and under the carpet. This thing is the jack. So that's the hiding place for the jack. So let's move on to the front. So to open the bonnet, you have a lever there. You pull it, and the trunk will open. Lift it a bit. Here's the lever. There was the lever, and then the prop has actually 2 places. So you pull the prop and you put it there. So this engine is a 2.5 liter diesel engine, and it's a 4-cylinder engine. Produces around 80 horsepower. So another reason why this car is a bit forgotten nowadays is its lack of power. The power was decent 20 years ago, but now cars have more power than this. This being in the segment of compact SUVs. So this is a rear-wheel drive car. So the drive shaft goes, the differential in the back, and that's the rear-wheel drive. So this is the battery here. So for the suspension, this car consists of torsion bars in the front and 2 leaf springs in the back. And this engine is turbocharged and also has an intercooler. And so that's pretty much your Tavera. And let me close the bonnet. It requires a bit of force. So I also want to give credit to my friend, the cameraman. Here he is. So to sum up, So to sum up, this is a good car and it requires very low maintenance, and it is rugged and it runs and runs. And this, in the highways it's pretty fine, performs well, and it has a bit of body roll when you go around corners, and this also gives a good gas mileage. It's about 17 kilometers per liter in a diesel. For the car this size and this weight, that's pretty good. And on rough roads, if you drive quickly, there are leaf springs in the back, so you get a kind of rough ride. But all that's fine. And so this is a good car, and it's reasonably priced too. Many cars of this segment nowadays cost very high. And so see you next time.